So I suppose I should explain the sons of God and the god deities of the Greek and many of the other ancient religions. And so what we have is it was their science, it's just not understood by us. And this is something that I've been talking about for a long time, about how particles from the sun and from outside our solar system will affect the very nature of the Earth energy field, the Greek concept of Gaia, and also enter into the daughters of Eve, if you want to call it that. This being magnetic particle, neutrinos, solar particles, solar radiation, magnetism, all affecting and manipulating the environment that we live in, and acting also on the levels of carbon-14 in the atmosphere, which sit on the DNA strands. So we have a cocktail of natural change which will return us back to this golden age. But there's science behind this, and of course the New Scientist publication in Nature. So I'm going to read this. A recent study published in the science journal Nature indicates a direct connection between the sun, generation of particles such as solar flares, coronal mass ejections and coronal holes, which on occasion open wide gaps of highly charged sun particles often reaching the size of 20 Earths, plumping out blobs of charged particles into space, and which occasionally has its gun set at Earth. So these are the sons of the gods, or certainly that the sun was a god, and therefore the sons or output from that god would be charged particle. They would enter into females and alter the reproductive effects, alter the very nature of us. So not an alien intervention as such, although you could class this as an alien intervention, because some of these particles can come from outside our solar system. So the Earth's magnetic field is a conduit which facilitates charged particle from the sun to the human disturbance. It is the very same conduit which steers the Earth's natural earth-changing events such as climate, weather, earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes and hurricanes. So this particle acts on a magnetic field, and this is bound to affect us. The other one that I've been talking about for a long time is the dormant gene. It's not particularly, it's they're cryptochromes. They are light sensitive cells that respond to magnetic fields, leading to publications about bird's eyes and how they can see magnetic fields. So this, if the magnetic charge of the Earth increases, these cryptochrome cells which reside in our eyes and birds' eyes and could become active. So we could see magnetism. We could see, let's say, a burning bush that is glowing without heat. What we're talking about is the thing that all the healers have talked about, seeing auras. They're a class of blue light sensitive flavor proteins found in plants, animals. Cryptochromes are involved in the 24-hour cycle, the rhythms of our daily life. So they set the rhythms of our daily life as well. A new study shows consistent evidence of an influence of geomagnetic fields on the light sensitivity of the human visual system. It has been proposed recently that the light-sensitive magnetic responses are not only used for directional information, so finding your own way, but may also be a visual barometer by providing spherical coordinating systems for integral spatial awareness. The Piri-Reis map actually maps some magnetic fields like ley lines. If people could see this through the cryptochromes, you could see it. So that's from 1610, but it was built on a 1510, I think it was, and it was built on an older map. So you're beginning to see that the magnetics particle charge acting on the output of the gods, acting on humans can change them. So we could class it as an alien particle if it's outside our solar system, and it could be a genetic manipulation, not aliens in a spaceship. So spatial, the word having a cognitive orientation of space, in this case studying it, is referred to the Earth's atmosphere, however believes it goes far beyond the planet, and I would suggest that in fact is what every spiritually advanced ancient tribe describes through all means of ancient text and language. The Bible says, "You will know heaven." Mayanhofi prophecy speak of a transition from one world to the next. All speak of a celestial shift which will change the world and change the people. In that process, so I'll carry on with this, we'll see the orbs as well, so they'll be charged and we'll be able to see them. Our study suggests that human may be genetically predisposed to the influence of geomagnetic flux as it relates to the Earth magnetic field, and charged particles such as solar flares, coronal mass ejection, gamma rays, and galactic, which are the alien cosmic rays, said lead researcher Robert Geiger of the Department of Neurobiology, University of Massachusetts Medical High School, highlight their findings. This is another one which I'll do a separate video about. It's about the pineal gland, and there's magnetite in the sinuses, which regulates the again the 24-hour rhythm and melatonin production. Is sensitive, so melatonin is the feel-good thing and is sensitive to magnetic fields. So this magnetite is sensitive to magnetic fields. Very, very simple. This is the regulating system depends upon repeating environmental cues. Internal clock, say Kelly Posner, a psychiatrist at Columbia University. So in low magnetic fields, as I've been saying in many of my videos, we get deranged. That is the Kali age.